This past week was an important one. For the first time in almost 2 years, I was going back to school. You see, I had left school behind temporarily at the end of 2022 for a new opportunity. And of course, it was always my intention to return after that contract had ended, but now, with a new outlook on life, I'm not really sure that this is really what I want. So this is my truth about going back to school at 22.
Spinning out on what to say or what to do. Find the reasons for my constant change of mood. Said I see it to believe it.
Right now it is 2:58. I got about an hour and a half of sleep, but I am heading to the airport. I actually tried to film the beginning of the traveling, like from apartment to airport, that side of things, but it was just way too early for myself. So I got home pretty late last night, around 11, and then after 11, I had to do all the packing, had to clean up. So by the time I ended up actually going to bed, it was like 1 o'clock, and with the flight being so early in the morning, I had to wake up at like 2:30, so I had an hour and a half there, and then I also got a quick hour on the plane. So all in all, I'm running on like almost 3 hours of sleep, but it does feel nice to be back in Canada. So my buddy Liam just picked me up and he's like, yo, I have space for your stuff.
I do have space for your stuff.
Oh, air is so much cleaner here, man. So much cleaner.
Now I write 'em down if I remember in the morning time.
All right, this will be the new room, studio, bed. The first thing I did was put up this light because I absolutely hate the orange tungsten ceiling lights. So now it's getting there. We still got a lot of work to do, but right now it is 9:19 and actually my roommates are pulling up real soon. We all were doing internships in the same place on the other side of the country, which is in Calgary, Alberta. Currently, we all go to school in Kingston, Ontario, which is 3,500 kilometers away and this many miles. I decided to fly because I was also, doing some traveling. I was in New York, Chicago, so it made sense for me to kind of hop around these cities, pack lightly, and end up flying here, which made my move a lot easier. But they had a different experience because, first of all, they had a lot of furniture in Calgary, whereas I really didn't. So instead, they decided to rent a U-Haul and drive across the country. And that is actually a crazy road trip. I've actually done it, and it takes like 3-4 days, so it's really no joke. And especially if you're doing it in a U-Haul, I'm sure they're really tired, but they're about to pull up, and a lot of us actually haven't seen this place before we signed it. So yesterday was my first time seeing it, and today will be other people's first time seeing it as well. So yeah, this will be super exciting because I haven't seen them in months, and also for the last 4 years we've been trying to find a house that we could all live together in. And even though this is not the best place right now, we are gonna get it there because we finally have a place that our entire friend group can live in, which is all 5 of us.
What's up? We back, baby!
This thing is double the size that I thought you guys.
Yo, we came in and all we heard was.
I heard it too. That's how I knew you were here.
I did things like I don't even know what we hit.
Tell you that I
But
met
then like
you
literally
at
2 hours in, we're like, yo, everything's like not in the truck. And then
Now I write 'em down if I remember in the morning time. Baby, tell me where you wanna go. Baby,
So now that I'm actually here doing school again, I feel like I can openly talk about it again and actually tell you guys the truth about how I feel about school. So to begin, there's actually a lot of things that I don't love about university. So in the beginning, graduating high school, I thought that the path in life was pretty straightforward. You went to university, you did an internship maybe, you got a job after, and that was it. That was the process. And now that I'm older with a lot more life experiences, I actually see how crazy life can actually be. And I'm not sitting here to say how crazy of a life I have, but I just mean that school is really only a small percentage of what you can possibly do with your time. So aside from that, also this place here, Kingston, Ontario, where the school isn't really my favorite city. It's actually a lot smaller than my hometown, and I grew up in a pretty small place as well. And after spending so much time, especially this summer, in bigger cities, I just realized that I definitely thrive better in bigger environments with more diversity and more people all doing different things, and as well as just that sense of urgency that you get from living in a big city. And maybe it is because of the size, or maybe it's just my bad mentality or something, but sometimes I just feel stuck in places like this. Like there's no more room to grow, nothing else to do, see, or people to meet. Also, this school, Queen's, notoriously is also a quote-unquote party school, which I'm not gonna lie, when I applied when I was 17 in high school, that definitely crossed my mind a little bit and may have influenced my decisions when choosing a school. But now that I'm a bit older, I actually have like zero itch to do any of that. And actually something that I haven't mentioned in these videos to you guys yet is the fact that I actually quit drinking about in April of 2024. I had my last drink, and I haven't touched alcohol since then. And I'm not doing it for any specific reason like addiction, or I was like letting my life slip away or getting too carried away, but it was more just for an overall lifestyle change for myself. I just realized that I do better work and can think more clearly when I'm in the right headspace all the time. So it wasn't like a concrete decision that I just woke up and made one day to quit. It was more just that as time progressed, I just realized that it wasn't even part of my natural routine, so I just eventually decided to cut it out. Again, it's not like a challenge. It's not like how long am I going to do this? It's actually just a lifestyle change for me. So for that reason, being in an environment like university, which you guys know what goes on in university, it almost just doesn't feel right for me. Yeah. It's about 8 and my roommate and I are heading to the gym. My thinking, I've never been a early gym guy, but my thinking is if I have 8:30s every 2 days, I might as well wake up at the same time every single day and be productive.
Agreed.
Starting off the year with good habits. Even though there are all the cons and everything that I was talking about that I'm not too happy about being back in school, the good news is that I get to spend time with this person again. This is like the first time that we've actually lived in the same city together, where we both go to the same school, so that's super convenient. We did do New York. She was in my videos. We did Chicago. We did Vancouver. We did road trips. We've done a lot of traveling together, so we have been able to spend time, but this is a change. This is nice.
They're all floating a little bit.
What do you think?
Like, I don't know, so I'm asking for a second opinion. I feel like it's done. Like, they're all floating and they look even maybe a bit too big.
All right, looks good to me. Straighten it.
Yeah.
We have a pasta course and then also a bow course.
Chassis bow course. Ah!
Wow.
I use this one. Oh, so easy.
Today is Wednesday, which makes it our second day of class, and I'm not gonna lie, I do kind of already feel dumb. In some of the courses, it was just like syllabi, and the professors were just like going over like the grading scheme and all that. But then in some courses, they actually just jumped straight into the content. And I haven't sat in a lecture hall and done school in like 2 years. So a lot of these concepts, like this vector calculus this guy's talking about, I haven't thought about that in like 20 months. 2.5 years since the last time I took those courses, which are the prereqs. So, I'm a little behind. So I think something that I'm going to try and do differently this year than what I've done in the past when I've been at school is try not to lock in too much and focus 100% of my efforts towards one thing, which in this case would be school, and instead try and find like that good balance between balancing life, hobbies, YouTube, my physical health, mental health, and alongside with that, balance school and my career. I think in the past it's always been a little bit hard for myself to do that because when I come to Kingston, I know that I'm here for school. So then that mindset kind of sticks with me for my entire duration of my stay here. Because this place is not a commuter school, so most of the students live around the school. When you leave class at the end of the day, you kind of just enter this other area of the city, which is also full of students. So everything you do is kind of surrounding the school, from the social events to the friends you know, as well as just being like at the local grocery store. It's just full of students, which is really nice when you don't really know where you're going in life, and you just kind of want that feeling of being within something, being a part of something. Like myself, when I first started university, thought that that was great, and it was, because you have that sense of identity around being a student. But now that I'm actually kind of towards the end of school, I find that having that student identity isn't everything that I want my life to be. So first of all, of course, I'm going to work hard towards my goals, but I'm going to allow myself to take breaks and allow myself to actually live life and not just focus on being a student. So yeah, this year I really just want to prioritize myself and my own health in all the different aspects and make sure not to lose sight of the bigger picture in life when I'm grinding away at midnight in the libraries.
Never thought that I'd find that the one in my life would be so near.
About 2 years ago, I remember sitting right here and filming my last university vlog. It's still up on my channel, but I titled it No More College Vlogs. And when I posted it, it really was just that I was tired of making the same day in the life at university vlogs and same types of videos that weren't really challenging myself like creatively, and I wasn't growing or learning anything from them. And when I made that video, I didn't know that I was going to be leaving the school for the next 2 years, doing everything else in my life. And there's absolutely no way that I would know that in 2024, I would be standing here in the same spot with all of these new life experiences and such a different outlook on my life. Like this spot right now where I'm filming at is where I ended my college vlogs, and here I am 2 years later doing it again. Life works in such random ways, so I don't know, there's probably like a deep-rooted life lesson in there about things coming full circle. I don't know if it's a full circle just yet, but I don't know, man. Being on campus, a lot of different emotions. Right now it's Friday afternoon and I'm walking over to my last course of the day, of the week. I think in the beginning when I first got here a couple days ago, I was a little too harsh. I was a little bit harsh on the idea of returning back to school. But honestly, now that I'm a little more settled than I was a week ago, I'm starting to feel a little better. And although I'm not back to peak academic weapon form, I feel like the math gears in my brain are starting to turn on again. So maybe this video and the last 2 weeks have been a little all over the place, but thanks again for sticking around watching this video. I am looking forward to see what the next 8 months hold in store for me. I'll see you guys in the next one.
Stay.